The most important meal of the day, second breakfast.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another Second Breakfast podcast. I'm Andy Roth alongside Phil Duvall. Say hi, Phil.
Hey, everybody.
And it's Tuesday, which since time immemorial, we really haven't known what to do with. So we're trying something brand new this week, and that is, it's not really going to be a review, but it's going to be a discussion of a trailer. And
I think we have plans for Tuesdays for the future that are really going to work out. I think what we've been secretly planning for Tuesdays eventually is going to actually be brilliant.
Second Breakfast Nation, I'm not actually remembering what we discussed and what we've planned for Tuesdays, so I have to take it on faith just as much as you do.
Wow. I've got it all up here. It's all stored up here in the old memory box, the old treasure chest, the old noodle.
Yeah, the old gray mare, she ain't what she used to be.
I'm going to tell you something. I feel pretty good about doing a podcast about a trailer because I think it's an awesome trailer, and I think that it's an example of what trailers are supposed to be.
I agree with you. The trailer we are examining today is Martin Scorsese's new movie, The Wolf of Wall Street.
Oh, man. Okay, first of all, someone sent me the email of this trailer 2 days ago. No, yesterday. Whatever it was.
Yeah.
I'd never even heard of it before. Like, I didn't know it was being made. I didn't know who was in it. I didn't know anything about it.
Sure.
And all I want to say to you right now is if you're listening to this or watching this, you don't need to, but all I'll say to you right now is I would recommend stopping this
and watching
the trailer, which we will post to our thing, but also just find it. Just Wolf of Wall Street. Look it up. The Google machine. It is a perfect trailer, and it is just a delight.
I mean, so let's talk about what a trailer should do. It should introduce you to, in some sense, the movie. If not the plot, at least sort of the sensibility of the movie, the mood of the movie.
This is my new thing. Andy. You have tapped into my new thing.
I'm excited. I didn't know I was doing it.
I know. Well, call it kismet. I'm not interested in knowing the plot of a movie.
Yeah.
But I am interested in knowing the feeling, vague feeling of a movie.
Yes.
If you can catch the mood of your movie in a trailer without telling me anything, I will be happy.
Yes.
I'll be like, Hercules. I will be happy.
Another thing that it's nice for them to do, tell you who's in it. And I have to be honest, there are at least 4 people that basically have me at hello in this movie.
Leonardo DiCaprio. Let me name them. Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yep.
Matthew McConaughey.
Yep.
Kyle
Chandler.
Thank you for his last name. I was going to say Coach Taylor. Kyle Coach Taylor Chandler. I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell you something right here. Clear eyes, full hearts, can't lose Kyle Chandler.
Can't lose.
And I'm guessing the fourth one is little chubby man, Jonah Hill.
Jonah Hill, that's right. And, who might have the best line in the trailer.
You got my money strapped to your boobs. I think you do work for me.
Yes. That is.
Okay. This is let's start from the beginning. Here's what I know. This is a movie about some sort of rogue of Wall Street, maybe even a wolf of Wall Street.
Maybe.
I'm hoping. I'm a little nervous because I have a brother who works in that industry, and like, by and large, it's just people doing their jobs. It's not this. But I think every movie that's made about Wall Street is made about like these characters, these like the Gordon Geckos of the world, which aren't, which is like very few people, but it's this idea.
I mean, right, but that's the same thing for a movie made about anyone in any industry.
I agree, and it's frustrating to some degree. I mean, there's a degree of frustration of that. Like, if I was watching a movie about working in the church, I'd probably be like, this is just a bunch of crap. And when you watch lawyer movies, a lot of times you're like, no, that's not a thing. That thing just happened. It's not a thing. All I'm saying is, it's a very widely misunderstood industry.
Oh, that's absolutely fair.
That's all I mean by that. And I think there's this weird sort of thing, P.J. O'Rourke, who's one of my favorite writers, wrote a book about 15 years ago called Eat the Rich. And it's about economics. He wrote a book about economics. And his whole thing is we care about love, we care about death, and we care about money. And everyone sings about love and death, and everyone writes books about love and death, and everyone watches movies about love and death. But when it comes to money, we all go. We don't really know. We actually treat money like it's this thing out there we don't know how to deal with. And when you talk about the market system, good or bad, people are like, it's the thing. It's this thing.
It's the thing out there.
There's
Yeah,
a whole South
totally.
Park episode about like basically, oh no, the economy. The economy's falling apart, and we have to do something for the economy. And they do basically like a Passion of the Christ takeoff just about the economy. And it's pretty amazing because it creates this mentality that people use this word, the economy, or like the market, but they don't really know what they're talking about.
Sure.
And we all do this thing where we start. It's like how I am with science, where I'm like, all right, so wait, what's going on in space? And someone will be like, okay, so there's this, and I'm like, they'll be like, well, there's these black dwarves, and then I'm like, I don't know, forget it, I lost my.
Frankly, it's like every internet company right now is talking about the cloud, and nobody knows what it means.
But they're just talking about the cloud.
It's just like the word they use. Oh, the market's up, the market's down. Oh, we're going to be the
just
cloud.
store it in the cloud. I mean, there's a cloud,
the
clouding.
We'll
We need
cloud
a new
the cloud,
clouding.
and then you cloud with our cloud.
We need a clouding device. So that being said, I trust Martin Scorsese implicitly. This is a Martin Scorsese movie, by the way.
Yes.
You talk about the 4 names of the actors that had you at hello.
Oh, clearly.
I will see a Martin Scorsese movie, period.
Yes. Yes.
So there's that.
So
Written by Terrence Hill, who has done a lot of Boardwalk Empire and Sopranos.
Oh, nice.
Love that.
I didn't.
Terrence
know that
Winter.
name.
Winter. I apologize, Terrence Winter.
I
Terrence
still
Hill
didn't know the name,
else.
but that is of
Terrence
course
Winter.
good to know.
Okay, so talk to me.
So in addition to, so let's leave everything we've already set aside. Like, yes, it's a Scorsese picture. Yes, it's got people we love in it. Yes, it looks like fun, even if that fun might be not the single most realistic kind of fun ever.
Sure.
This trailer, it's like it was genetically engineered for me. All right, if it's got snarky, self-aware dialogue delivered right to the camera. It's got beautiful people doing beautiful things in beautiful locations. It's got humor. It's got awesome music cues.
Yep.
It's got Matthew
They use that
McConaughey.
Kanye West song like perfectly.
Yes, it's true. He's got McConaughey doing that amazing. Here's something I love in a trailer. When they do something for like 75%, 80% of the trailer, and then the rest of it is something completely different. And then, assuming you guys have seen the trailer already, you should really go see it. This isn't a spoiler because it's a trailer, but still. At the end, when McConaughey's like thumping his chest and like singing,
Right.
and it's so weird and it goes on forever, that is like catnip to me. If this thing...
Matthew McConaughey's in another world in this movie.
It's true.
He's gotten to a point in his career where he is just fresh out of give a crap, and he is just doing whatever he wants to do, and it is amazing.
Yes.
Like, I don't understand Matthew McConaughey. I don't know him. I don't know much about him personally, but I just get the sense that something inside of him has said, all right, like, I am only going to do awesome things that I love for the rest of my life, regardless, and not care what anyone thinks.
Yes, and it's without having any idea how someone would come up with this as the way to end the trailer, even if it's in the movie. It is the perfect end of the trailer. I'm telling you, Phil, if this trailer had hobbits and zombies in it, I would actually have reached nirvana. Like, I just
understand. Well, it does have a midget.
It does have a midget. It has a midget.
So you're halfway there, man. And he's in a Velcro suit.
You're right.
That
Safety
whole
first,
scene,
Phil.
the throwing, doing the midget toss on the Velcro thing with money on it, and then being like, "We gotta have helmets. Safety is important.
First, yes.
We don't want to get a bad reputation."
That's right. The naked marching band. What's going? I can't wait. I can't. Like,
I think there's a couple of things I want to say. Okay, so what is a great trailer? A great trailer is a movie a trailer that, like Andy says, doesn't give up anything. Like, it gives you the sense, the mood, the feel for what you're going to see. Mm-hmm. Lets you basically know who's in it, and then that's about it. And then still gives you the opportunity to go in fresh to something. Yes. And this movie, I feel, does that really, really beautifully. And one of the things that it portrays is that swagger that Leonardo DiCaprio has. You know what this movie, to me, when I watch this trailer, I feel like this trailer already is a better Great Gatsby than the Great Gatsby ever could have
That's
been.
so well said. You know what? You know what movie it reminded me of, and it was a better this than the movie. Pain and Gain. Clearly, this is
Yeah,
about people
yeah.
who are, shall we say, morally adrift,
That's a good
or
way to say it. Yeah.
bereft or bankrupt, however far you want to go.
Morally nuanced and being polite,
Indeed,
being
indeed, and
generous.
let us be polite. Morally differently abled, shall we say?
Mm-hmm.
And yet it's clearly tapping into that thing that you alluded to with the PJ O'Rourke stuff, like this part of the American dream that no one really talks about, but everybody fantasizes about.
Right,
You
right.
know, and so yeah, so that's what Pain and Gain was about, and I thought it didn't do it well at all. But this one already, and I got to be honest, I really liked the trailers for Pain and Gain too. I thought they were inventive and fun. This is already more fun.
I felt from the trailers that it was already trying, it was forcing the issue, that it was already trying to like the whole, here's the thing. I actually think it's interesting. The whole like fast action and then a total break so someone can say something funny. It's so played right now that it takes a lot for that actually to work.
Hmm.
So in Pain and Gain, it's like boom, boom, explosion, rah, 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 and then all of a sudden it stops and The Rock's crying and he's like, "It's all right, buddy. When this thing's over, we'll go camping together."
Yeah,
I was like, by that point, no, I'm just saying,
yeah.
by that point, I was so exhausted that I was like, forget it. And somehow this trailer uses that technique and
Hmm.
actually pulls it off
All I will say is
because
this.
Matthew McConaughey is so otherworldly.
It's true. All I will say is this, man, and this is, I want to be explicit in saying I 100% agree with what you just said. This is
Sure.
not to disagree with you.
Sure.
I guess maybe when I saw Pain and Gain's trailer and when I saw this, I was like, which trailer, even if it wasn't conscious, which trailer will I expect more subtlety out of? The Scorsese
Yeah.
trailer or the Michael Bay trailer?
Right. Well, I think that's the other thing. No, you're totally right. You're 100% on. And but what I love about it is that this is this looks like a comedy.
Yeah. Yes.
And I'm sure it'll get dark, but it
Yeah.
looks like a comedy. And Scorsese hasn't done a comedy in a long
That's
time,
true.
and he hasn't done them very often.
Yeah.
But I don't. And I'm not a. I've only seen King of Comedy once. I've only seen After Hours once.
Hmm.
I don't know his comedy stuff very well, but I will say this: I just don't doubt he's capable of it
Oh,
because
yeah.
of the way he shoots dramas.
Right.
Um,
Yeah.
Goodfellas is so funny.
Agreed.
Goodfellas is so funny.
Yes.
And you're not allowed to think that. I mean, you're allowed to, but you're not. It's like that's not like that's not the overriding feature of the movie, but it
Hmm.
is. Another one that I think is actually really funny is The Departed.
I agree.
Not The Departed, yeah, The Departed,
Yeah.
and that's not even the one I was thinking of saying. But yes, that one is
Hmm.
really funny. And the one I was going to say is Bringing Out the Dead.
I've never
There
seen that
are
actually. I've never seen it.
oh, it is an underrated Scorsese movie. I mean, it's not one of his. It's not going to be his top five,
Sure.
but it is a Scorsese
But
movie,
his
and it
bottom
is
five is most people's top five. So,
right.
yeah,
It's totally worth your time. And
I believe
there's
it.
just scenes that are just he just understands comedy really well.
Sure.
He understands comedy, so I'm excited to see him turn his hand towards comedy.
Well, I mean, I think, and what's wonderful, especially even in situations like what if the trailer is in fact indicative of the mood, of the sensibility of this movie, even though it's not necessarily realistic, he's going for sort of like an arch or melodramatic kind of a
Yep.
heightened plane, if you
Yeah.
will. I don't think he makes like I don't think he makes comedies or dramas or pictures about gangsters. I think he makes realistic or relatably realistic movies about people. And you know what? My life is sometimes funny and it's sometimes dramatic. And
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
kind of it.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to be glib when I say that,
No, I know you're not.
but when you say, Bring Out the Dead has some funny parts, and The Departed is very funny. I agree with you. Goodfellas is looked at a certain way, hilarious.
Yeah.
And looked at anyway, it's very funny.
Yeah.
But I think what Scorsese gets, maybe better than any director working, is that is that if he, we've talked a lot in the podcast recently, and we've usually done it through the lens of actors, looking for the truth in the moment. And I think directors have that responsibility just as much. And it doesn't mean making a naturalistic film. It means making
Because Hugo.
Yes. And Hugo is not realistic and is filled with nothing but truth. And while I can't say, obviously, because I haven't seen the movie yet, this Wolf of Wall Street trailer looks like it is filled with nothing but truth. And not a single thing in it looks...
I know what you mean. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I know what you mean. I think this is just... I'm a little disappointed, I'm not going to lie. Here's the thing I'm disappointed with Hollywood about, and this movie looks like it falls into that category.
Okay.
Which is, there are females in the movie,
Mm-hmm.
none of them famous.
Right.
They're just the next up-and-coming chick.
Yeah.
And it's this thing that Hollywood does where it's like Leonardo DiCaprio, and Matthew McConaughey, and some hot blonde. Don't worry about it.
Right.
I'm like, really? Like, you couldn't have got Emma Stone for this? Like, you couldn't have gotten Jennifer Lawrence? Like, you're Martin Scorsese. You couldn't have gotten... And I mean, he's done that a number of times. I mean, people do that quite often. I'm not saying he's always guilty of it, but I think Hollywood's kind of guilty of it. Mm-hmm. This weird idea is just the next hot thing, regardless of the fact that there are probably plenty of women who are awesome that could have played that we already know. But it's like it's always constantly looking for... and I'm sure that woman who's in it, she looked like she plays the part really well.
Right.
But I was sort of like, I don't know. I guess I was just like, come on.
And again, what I'm about to say is not to disagree with you, because I think you're absolutely right. This is my fanboy over Scorsese nature coming out. I'm willing to believe that when Martin Scorsese does it, it's because A, he found a particular actress that he liked, or B, like, I mean, we're talking about the Wolf of Wall Street, right? Who is more important to the Wolf of Wall Street? The boys' club he's a part of, or the presumably interchangeable women that he experiences with?
Sure. So we'll see how they... Sure. So we'll see how they play them. But I mean, literally every male face you see is a face you know. Yes. And none of the females are. And I'm interested in what that... But look, I mean, it's a minor complaint. I haven't even seen the movie, obviously. I mean, I remember when he made The Departed. Who was the woman in The Departed? Was it Vera Farmiga? Yeah. And I was like, who? And then she's great. Yeah. And here she is. She's still around making good stuff.
Absolutely.
So I'm pro that. But I do sort of feel like, I mean, it's sort of like, who does it? I mean, Tom Cruise. It's like Tom Cruise and some 25-year-old girl.
Yeah,
it's like, okay.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right.
But I mean, look, it looks awesome. Anytime a woman like that who's a little bit of a strumpet calls a man daddy, it's just oof. Like oof, like that would never work for me. Like, just for the record. And there's a character on Boardwalk Empire who calls this guy daddy all the time, and like, I recognize there's a whole subsection of people for whom this isn't like my sugar daddy or my appropriate like sexy title, but not so much me.
Okay. That's okay.
That's never been the place to my heart.
No? Or other parts of your anatomy?
Quite.
Okay. Well, good to know. I'll keep that in mind.
Here to help.
Try to seduce you with vocabulary.
It's the best way to seduce me.
Yeah, me too.
That and food.
Sure. If you could make like a cheeseburger talk and use 50-cent words, I'd be all over it. Anything else? I think we're done. It's a trailer, so we don't have to talk about it long.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait to see it. This and Inside Llewyn Davis, the new Coen Brothers movie. Those two trailers are examples to me. Now, and both of those are my favorite filmmakers. I mean, the Coen Brothers and Scorsese. I mean, come on. But they also know how to do a trailer like nobody's business.
That's right. That's well said. So please, if you somehow got to the end of this podcast and have not yet watched the Wolf of Wall Street trailer, please do so. We just want you to be happy, and I promise you this trailer will make you happy.
I'm going to watch the trailer again as soon as this is over.
Me too. And then I'll probably watch the trailer for Inside Llewyn Davis.
Yes.
But yeah, so that's our bite-sized podcast for the day. Folks, we are Second Breakfast. I'm Andy Roth, and that's Phil Duvall. We'll see you again real soon. Bye-bye.
The most important meal of the day, second breakfast.